Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video we're going to go over the Toronto Maple Leafs opening night lineup. So who I think will be in the lineup for both forwards, defense, and goalie. We're not going to go through in too much detail. We might chime in on who might be on the first power play unit, penalty kill, etc. But let's just get right into it, shall we? Forwards, line one, you're still going to see Matthews, Hyman, and Marner. Hyman, obviously, he had a great year. He got his 20 goals. I think he set his record already. He had tons of games left over. He was still injured, or he was injured for parts of the year anyway. Wouldn't surprise me if Hyman, with this group in a full year, 25, even crack 28 goals. As long as he can put some pucks in front of the net. He's there. He does his job, and it works perfectly with Matthews and Marner. Matthews and Marner both on pace for 90-plus points again. Matthews on pace for 50 goals. I think this year, if they do a full 82, Matthews will get over that 50 goal benchmark. I think Marner's back into 90, 95 point range. Matthews, I'm going to say in between 85 and 90 points, but he will hit that 50 goals. Second line, I like Tavares, Mikheyev, and Nylander. Obviously, Mikheyev has gone to arbitration, but the Leafs will be able to re-sign him. So you'll have Mikheyev, Tavares, and Nylander on your second line. That's a fast line. That's a hard-working line there. Great top six for the Leafs. Third line, looking at it, I think with the signing of Thornton, Kerfoot is going to move to the wing, and he'll take either, I guess, Kapanen's spot on the right wing, or was it Janssen playing the right wing? Either way, he's taking one of the wings. I think he'll move over to the wing, but you can have him flip-flop into center if need be, and that's really good. So if one of the top six centers, Tavares, Matthews, get hurt, obviously Kerfoot can jump up in that lineup, or Thornton can jump up and Kerfoot move back to center. So I'm thinking it's going to be Kerfoot on the wing, Thornton in center, and you'll have Nick Robertson. I think him playing with a veteran like Thornton, he has the foot speed and everything. Thornton is a passer. Kerfoot's a pass first guy as well. Robertson's a finisher. Young guy, I think he'll get his chances there. He'll be on that third line. That means the fourth line is going to be absolutely hell to play against. Spezza, he can play wing or center. So I think Spezza's in, and if he's not in, they'll slide in Engvall in there. He played well in the playoffs at center. But again, Engvall can play wing as well, but I really liked him at center. And you'll have Simmons and the recently signed VC as well. So Spezza, VC, and Simmons together on that fourth line. There's Engvall filling in there. Obviously, what they could have is you could have Anderson, who they got in the Janssen trade. He can jump into that line. He's obviously done really well in the AHL, and he can bring it into the NHL. He'll get some time in there, I believe. You have Barabanov. He could make the team. He might not slide into the fourth line, but if Robertson falters, it wouldn't surprise me if Barabanov got a shot onto that third line as well. Maybe Thornton doesn't play every game. Kerfoot slides into center, and you bring someone up into that third line, like Barabanov, like Engvall, like Anderson, just to see how they do. So that's my expectations. Hyman, Matthews, Marner, KF, Tavares, Nylander, Robertson, Thornton, Kerfoot, and then VC, Spezza, and Simmons. If VC plays well, obviously, you don't want Robertson playing fourth line minutes. You want him to get those chances in scoring. But he can flip-flop with VC or whoever. That third and fourth line players can just flip-flop in there because of the depth Toronto has in the bottom six. On defense, Morgan Rielly finally gets a defensive partner, and they better do this. I want Rielly and Brody together. Brody's more defensively sound. Rielly likes to jump up in the rush. He is that number one D. Keep those together. Muzzin and Hall played really well together throughout the year. Hall, after signing his contract, kind of went downhill a bit, but I really liked that pairing. So why not Muzzin and Hall together? And then Dermott, please re-sign Dermott. I thought he was great in the playoffs. I really like him. He likes to carry that puck and everything. He can play the left side, but he can also play the right side. So if Hall falters, Dermott can go up with Muzzin if you need, or maybe Lettinen, who has been on fire in the KHL last year. Same thing this year. So far, he's going to jump right in. He's on the Leafs. He's in the top six. So Lettinen can jump in there as well. So those are my 6D. And then you obviously have Sandy and Bogosian I'm not even going to mention, this is the only time I'm going to mention Martin Marincin, but I don't want to see his name. So that's it. No Marty. Sorry, bud. Liljegren's there, but I think he'll go down to the AHL and get lots of minutes, lots of playing time. Sandin, they used up a year of his contract already, his entry level. So I think he's going to get a shot this year. And Bogosian, he can fill in just like he did in Tampa, fill in when needed, especially with injuries. It wouldn't surprise me if a defenseman gets traded and Sandin jumps in. I wouldn't mind actually seeing like Riley Brody, Muzzin Sandin, Dermott Lettinen, or like something like that. Dermott can play the right if need be and Sandin come in. I really want to see Sandin get a shot. Bogosian can fill in there as well if need be. So the defense though, I'm going to start opening night with Dermott re-signed, Riley Brody, Muzzin Hall, Dermott, and I'm going to say Lettinen. If there's issues with the KHL thing coming over, I'm going to go with Dermott, Bogosian, and then Sandin being that seventh defenseman. But I do expect Sandin to challenge someone for a spot and Toronto to have to make a trade on one of their defense. Doesn't matter. In the expansion draft, they probably will lose one of the defensemen anyway. I don't want to see Travis Dermott go, but out of all of them, he might be able to get the biggest pull in a trade. So let's go Riley Brody, Muzzin Hall, Dermott Lettinen. If Lettinen can't sort himself out, I'm guessing Bogosian goes in, or Sandin. Goalies, Anderson, Campbell, Dell. Dell's that third string in case anyone gets hurt. Campbell's definitely the number 2, Anderson number 1. If you watched Joe Thornton's interview yesterday, I believe, one of his reasons for coming, other than he believes Toronto can win the cup, his family's close, but one of the main reasons is he said he likes the goaltender. And he said Freddie Anderson. He likes how he plays. He likes Freddie Anderson. That's big. And there was rumors that Leafs might trade him and everything like that. But obviously they had to get Thornton to come to the Leafs, and Anderson was one of the reasons. So I see him staying. So I'm guessing, I'm hoping that Freddie plays through this year. So that's why Thornton's there. He wants to win the cup, and he thinks Anderson's going to be the goaltender. So those are my lineups so far. So just to recap, Hyman, Matthews, Marner, Mikheyev, Tavares, Nylander, Robertson, Thornton, Kerfoot, BC, Spezza, Simmons. Spezza playing sparingly, as in he'll probably play like 50 games. Engvall get in there every once in a while. Barabanov might challenge. That's my opening night lineup. Defense, Riley Brody, Muzzin Hall, Dermott Lettinen. Again, if there's issues with Lettinen, I'm guessing Bogosian first, Sandin second to fill in the gaps. And obviously Anderson is my number 1 goalie. Campbell's the backup. Dell's in the press box. Just quickly, we'll go over special teams. I think you'll see that you'll have it set up where it's Riley at the top of the power play. You'll have Matthews on the one-timer slot, Marner on the left side, Tavares being the jerk in front of the net, and then you have Nylander there being the buffer as well. He scored tons of goals this year. I think he was tops with like net front goals. So that'll be your first power play. So Riley's back on it. Bye-bye, Barry. Second power play unit changes a little bit. Spezza should be on there as well. Again, I think Simmons might take Nylander's spot. Thornton play the Tavares passing role. Robertson, you could use him. Obviously, he's a power play guy, so it makes sense to have him in there. And then on defense, looking at it, if Lettinen has shown what he's done in the KHL, I'd slot him in right away. If not, I wouldn't mind giving Sandin a shot on there just to see. But I'm going to probably go with Lettinen, filling in there. And again, if Robertson falters or something like that, I can always throw Kerfoot in there as well. Penalty kill, I want to see Hyman and Mikheyev. They have to be on it no matter what. So either like Hyman and Marner together or Hyman and Mikheyev together. And then you might as well take advantage of having Jimmy Vesey, throw him in there as well. So either one of Hyman, Mikheyev, Marner, Vesey, those 4 mixed up, have them in on your penalty kill. Defense, obviously you're going to have Muzzin and Brody because they're defensively sound. And then Hall should be out there. And I don't know who else, but I'm guessing they'll just throw Riley. Probably play on like the second penalty kill for Riley just because of minutes, trying to sort out his minutes. that he should be on the ice as much as possible. So that's what I think. And again, though, you can always have, like, Kerfoot was brilliant on the penalty kill in the playoffs and stuff. So I like Mikheyev just because of his speed and everything, and Hyman, but maybe not Jimmy Vesey. Like, Jimmy Vesey can fill in on the power play, I guess, on the second line. So maybe throw Kerfoot in there instead of Vesey. And then if you want a right-handed defenseman, if Bogosian's in the lineup, obviously put him on D as well. He's a jerk to play against, so he'd be perfect for the penalty kill. And yeah, so that's my thoughts so far on the lineups. As you noticed, Marty Marincin, not really anything. And I didn't mention Freddie Gauthier because I think his time's up now. So I don't even know what's happened, if they qualified him or not. He's moving on. But the Leafs, they have some depth now, and they have some wiggle room. They got guys on some good, short, cheap deals. And it gives players some competition, like vying for or being for, however you want to say it, for spots on the team. So yeah, the Leafs, it looks good, and I'm really excited for this upcoming season whenever it does happen. Let's hope they can do what Joe Thornton chose them for, and that's bring a Stanley Cup, the first Stanley Cup to Toronto since 1967. Go Leafs, go.